Hi everybody, today we're going to find out how to mummify a body. This is the embalmer's building. An embalmer was a very important person in ancient Egypt, and it's their job to get the bodies ready for the afterlife. If your body wasn't prepared properly, then you wouldn't be able to have your life after death. These are all the embalmers. This one's really important. He is allowed to dress. His headgear, as you can see, is like the god who is in charge of the afterlife, Anubis. Before you go any further, I want you to pause the video and make a note of everything that you can see in this picture. Try and find every small detail. Give yourselves 2 minutes. Here are some of the things that you might have found in the picture. And if you found any others, you could write about them in your work later and send them to me. So here, as you can see, is the lid that's going to go on here of the sarcophagus. That's a special word for a coffin. This is the linen that they're going to bandage up this body here. The priests wear special clothes. This person is taking incense around the room because obviously the dead bodies don't smell very nice. Here there's a body that's been covered in salt, which dries out everything in the body and helps to preserve it. And this person is removing the organs. They store them in these special jars called canopic jars. Give yourselves 10 seconds to work out what's going on here. Yep, you're right. They're taking the brain out by hooking it through the nose. Ugh. These people have washed the body, and then through a special slit that they've made here in the tummy, they're taking the organs out. An organ is a thing like your liver or your lungs. They put them in these canopic jars, and as you'll see, each one has a different lid to represent the god who looks after that part of the body. Now there's a lot of space inside the body because they've taken all the organs out, so they have to fill it with spices, sawdust and linen. Then they cover the body in a special salt called natron. It has to stay covered for 40 days, and this dries out everything in the body and helps it to be preserved. Now they're wrapping it up in bandages. Pause the video again, give yourselves 30 seconds to work out what these are and what this is. This person is holding. This is an amulet. It's like a brooch or something that somebody would wear nowadays. Perhaps these are a bit bigger though, and that would protect this person from any of the evil things that they might meet. A scroll has got the special writing on it. What's the name of the Egyptians' type of writing? That's correct. It's a hieroglyphic. So these scrolls would give them the spells that they need. Now here's a picture of all the spells that they need written out on the side of this wall and on here. And if they know the right spells and can say them using the scrolls, then they'll be able to get through to the afterlife. And here's a ceremony called the opening of the mouth. And here the person, this is the dead body, and this is the special on the front. They add a special picture to look like the person. This is a priest with his jackal head on again. And finally, they put them inside a coffin known as a sarcophagus. Then if you were really important, like a pharaoh, then you would have your body placed in a special tomb like this, and in here, in this room, there would be lovely paintings on the wall, and you'd have lots of valuable things buried with you. And you'd also have loads of wooden models of servants who could be your servants still in the afterlife, so you wouldn't have to do any work. And then your body would get put, your tomb would be inside one of these fantastic giant pyramids. Now that you've seen the process of mummification, I want you to have a go at doing it. You're going to use this link, which you've also got on the website, and you're going to get to the BBC History website and do a game called Mummy Maker. And you enter it down here, it looks like this, and then you have to get the person who's died ready for the afterlife. And if you make a mistake, you lose points. So you're going to play that game. You'll enjoy it. It'll probably take you about 15 minutes to keep playing it until you can do it properly. And then you'll really know how to do everything involved in mummification and get everything in the right order. If you can't get this link to work, then all you do is go on BBC History and then type in, on their search bar, type in Mummy Maker, and you'll get to here. Then once you've played the game and you can do it, you can get the body to be buried properly, mummified properly, then you're going to create a list of instructions for somebody else to tell them how to do it. So this bit is a waggle that I've written, and you can start using this writing here, but then you carry it on with your own ideas. So you're going to use connectives like firstly, after that. So here's mine. Firstly, you need to make sure the person is actually dead. After that, you wash the body in the River Nile. Next, the body should be carried carefully to the embalmer's building. That's the place we saw in the first slide. Then you carry on with all the instructions. Don't forget to include everything, the bandages, the natron salt, the canopic jars, etc. And make sure you get it in the right order. I want you to spell all the keywords correctly, and if you can't remember how to spell them, then use the video. Go back over the video because most of them are written there. Once you've written your instructions, choose a part of the process that you think you could get a really nice picture of and draw the picture with it and put labels on your picture. You can read the instructions that you've written aloud to your parents. Try and do it at dinner time and see what they think of that. And then you can send your work to me on the school email. You might not be able to send me your picture, but you could send me a photograph of it if you want to. Okay, well done. Speak to you next time.